All right. Good morning, everybody. This is the second episode on the Burst podcast, The Next Generation of Superstars. Today, we are very grateful to have Eleasah Anderson on the podcast. He is originally from Houston, Texas, and was a national champion from Sam Houston State, and he's now playing offensive tackle at Western Michigan. So would love for you to give our audience a little bit more background on yourself and your journey so far as an athlete.
So my name is Eleasah Anderson. I'm from Houston, Texas. Like you said, I play offensive tackle and offensive guard, so I'm an offensive lineman. And I just finished my last year playing at Western Michigan, and I'm getting ready to process myself for the draft. And I've been playing football for as long as my seventh grade year. Just remembering my mom gave me $20. Just remembering when she had a conversation with me, she was like, "What do you want to do?" Because you can't stay in this house all your life. You got to go out and do something in the world. And I just remember, I want to be a basketball player. She was like, "Well, it's not basketball season, so is there, do you want to try out for football?" I was like, "No, I don't want to try out for football." Because, football is a very physical, violent game. And my mom was like, "I'll give you $20 if you just give football a try." And being a 13-year-old kid, you think $20 is a lot. Nowadays, it's probably not even enough for you to go outside and get you a snack. But it was a lot for me back then. And I just remember just trying out, learning how to put my football pants on, cleats, helmets, shoulder pads. I did not know the game of football. My family grew up from different areas of the Caribbean places, from Guyana, from Antigua and Barbuda, from, Dominica. They're all from different areas in the Caribbeans. And, they didn't grow up playing or watching American football. It was all basketball, soccer. So, for me to be playing this sport and not knowing anything, they're like, "You don't know how to put your helmet on?" I'm like, "No." Never played like little league football. And then, it just overcome, and I learned the game pretty quickly. And I remember my grandpa dying when I was a kid, when I was a sophomore in high school. And I didn't know if I wanted to keep continuing playing football because he was like a father figure to me. And I just remember all the alums in high school and in the NFL came to me and was like, "Your head coach is telling us that you got a bright future, that you got a chance to go in Division I with the athleticism and the talent that you got. You just need to come and play football." And I was guessing it and all that. And then I came back, and the rest was history.
I love it. So we're building off that journey so far as a football athlete. What is kind of like your daily routine look like, and kind of compare like the in season as well as the off season? What does that kind of regimen look like for you, as a collegiate athlete right now?
So my daily life, I'll say, is, just the regular getting in the mornings. I'm a morning guy, so I do all my lifting, I do all my recoveries, all in the morning, because I like to play my game afternoon, and probably watch film, or probably just watch some football if it's even on. That's just how I do my daily basis. But in the season, it's different. I'm more focused during the season. Usually we get up, we have to work out in the mornings, and then go watch film, and then go practice. And then after we practice, you either have class in person or you got class online. And then it's like, if your coach wants to meet with you in the afternoon, he would. If not, he'll probably meet you the next day to watch film that morning before practice. So usually it's a good deal. Like, you get the whole afternoon off. I know there's some athletes, they'll tell you how a schedule is. You're either going to have the morning off or you're going to have the afternoon off. And sometimes you might not even get the night off. You might have to just go straight to sleep because you got tutoring, you have lifting, probably extra lift if you're a freshman or a redshirt freshman, or even a guy that's just trying to lose weight or to gain weight. You got to do so many extra things for yourself. So it was a good thing at Western that I was able to have a schedule where I graduated from college and I was able to have the whole afternoon off, because, you don't have much school. You're doing 1 or 2 classes versus when you was undergrad, you was doing 5, maybe 7 classes, trying to graduate. So it felt good that I had enough time to take care of my body, to take care of my mind, and take care of a lot of things.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And I think that's the best, part of what you said, is that the balance, and actually being able to balance everything mentally and physically, and have everything in place where you aren't going to burn out so easily, right? And I think that's crucial, that you've kind of understood, your body and what it needs as you're in training, both in season and off season. What is, since you've built your career so far, how do you see the fan support or the engagement you've seen from your fans and especially your community, even your community back home in Houston? What does that support look like, for you as an individual?
That support is huge. Growing up from where I grew up from, it's hard making it. And when you see a guy or you see anybody that makes it from the school that I come from, it's big. Like, they support you a lot. They grow with you a lot because they see like, okay, this guy, if he can do it, I can do it. I seen it. I seen the work that he done. Like, they model after you. They look after you to see like what they can do to better themselves. And that would make me feel even more good because it's like, okay, I did this to help them get to this part of the level. Like, it don't even have to be football. It's just the motivation that he made it, I can make it too. Like, most of the times I like posting quotes on different social medias to help people. As you see, like when I was on the platform Virtual Stacks, I post quotes because I'm a motivational guy. I want to help people to be like,
I love it. Yeah.
Don't give up, keep going. Like there's a lot of times people just need something to help them to keep going in life. As it gets hard and hard, like you're gonna need that motivation. No matter if it's you buying something, if you taking a walk or anything you're doing it for a reason. Like it's some motivation. And I feel like with my fans, they see that like, okay, this motivating guy, if I go with him and do things with him, he's gonna make me a better person. Like not even having to know me in person, you could just feel my presence. Like I'm gonna make you a better person. I'm gonna push you to be better, and you be the best version of you. Yep. So that was my thing with virtual was like, okay, I might not make the most money, but I'm gonna have people support me because like playing offensive line, you're not gonna get a lot of love. You're just not. Like if you're comparing an offensive lineman to a wide receiver, the wide receiver probably gonna get most love because they're the ones catching the ball, running the ball, doing all the highlight reels. You're not gonna see the offensive lineman with a lot of highlight reels. You're gonna see the blocking, protecting, doing what they're doing. So my job is like, I'm here to protect you. Yep. I'm here to guide you to your destiny. So that's what my support is. It's like,
yeah, it's a different role. Now going off that, what's one or two motivational quotes that you live by and you stand by, as you go throughout your life journey right now?
So my number one is never miss opportunities because they won't come back. That was my number one. I just remember like anytime you get an opportunity, it doesn't matter how much money or how much they put into that job, you take it. Like some people they have too many incentives with the things that they do. And it's just like, you got to take the opportunity no matter what they put on it. Like if there's an opportunity for you to get in, get your feet wet, to get the big job you want in life, you got to do what you got to do because somebody else going to take it. Somebody else going to say yes. And you say no. When you say no, somebody's going to say yes. That's how I think it in my mind. And then the second one is time is everything. You have people say you got 24 hours in a day, but most of that time that you have, you're sleeping 7 to 9 hours, maybe 10, maybe even less. So it's like you got that range of like 15 to like 19 hours for yourself. And it's just like, what are you going to do with your 15 to 19 hours? Because you're sleeping most of the time. So you got all this time to just be like, find work. That was one thing I learned at Western was just find work. Like even if you hurt, you see other guys working hard, find work. Support them, go push them, go do something. Don't just sit there and look at them like they're sweating, they breathing hard, they doing all this, and you're just sitting there like not doing anything. Like that's even in life. If you done with doing your job and your role, go help somebody else. They're gonna love that you're doing that. Oh yeah, I'm done with my work. Let me see if anybody else needs some help. That's just my motivation.
I love it. So as you kind of build off that, what are some activities that you do in your downtime or free time, as you balance everything throughout your day? And I'm sure you schedule in what you have to get done throughout each day and each week. What are some things you kind of take that time to really de-stress, whether it's meditation or reading or exercising on your own? What are some things that you do that's really helped you kind of just have more of that clear headspace?
So more often now I've been doing meditation. I feel like mental health is very, very important. A lot of people does not take it serious, and I'm happy that a lot of colleges are now taking action and actually hiring, instructors and, presidents and all this for mental health. And it's very important. Like, you want to take care of your mental, you want to take care of your mind before anything. So I feel like meditation and like mindfulness things have helped me a lot, because you're going to be stressed one day. You're going to feel down, you're going to feel all this pain, and it's going to be your job to like find a way just to relax and calm yourself. And then I play my game when I can. Sometimes there's not a lot of good games out there, so I just try to like play whatever I have with the guys that I play with. Or I go shoe shopping. I'm a sneakerhead, so I look at shoes to see which shoes are dropping on this week or the next week or this day. And then I like watching a lot of football on YouTube. Like, not even just highlights, just like people don't know this, but they actually have Hard Knocks on YouTube, like their own version though. They don't call it Hard Knocks. Like, every team has their day in the life of a Jets player, day in the life of a Bears player. Like, every NFL team has their own channel of like how they get a game ready for an Eagles game, or like how an Eagles player go about throughout their day of like going to practice, going to take care of their family. And that's what I want to see, like, going on to the NFL draft. Is like, I want to prepare myself. That way I don't get lost when my time comes.
Yeah. No, I think that's incredible. And I think that it allows you to immerse yourself into what their, daily routine looks like. And you can kind of see like, what are some things you can learn from that and actually apply that to your lifestyle, as a student athlete right now. Diving in and switching gears into the Web3 space, working with Burst and our team, as well as kind of seeing some initial success on the virtual stack side of things with our partner. What are some things you've learned in this Web3 sports space that you would give, advice to others, or something that that's really resonated with you, being immersed in the space?
So Web3 space is really, really huge, and it's growing. A lot of people that don't catch on to things fast usually catch on to it slow. If you want to catch on to things fast, you might want to catch up to Web3. Just the art itself is beautiful. A lot of people don't see art being big, but art is big for a reason. Music, web designs, like paintings, all that is big because it takes skills. It takes talent to do those things. And it's like those people putting their time, like, you think it's easy to go on the computer and deal with y'all did, all that stuff that y'all did for the NFT. I couldn't grab a computer and do that. Not with NFTs, not with like pictures. That's just crazy. So it's like seeing that and visualizing that, man, the future is bright. And it's just like, you got to catch on fast before it gets really, really big and it's too late.
Yeah. No, well said. And I think that's the biggest thing, is also, gaining that awareness, right? That global awareness, seeing that your fans can engage in a different element online with you instead of just over social media. Now they can do it in a different realm that is that blockchain driven internet. And it's powerful, right? And so now, you kind of, seeing what you're learning from the Web3 space, what is the legacy that you want to leave, both as an athlete in your respective sport of football and as an individual, after football?
That's actually a good question. So a legacy that I want to live or just leave is being the guy that wants to help everybody, being the guy that wants to push people to be who they want to be. If there's anything, like, you might not like me as a teammate, but you appreciate me for push you to be the best that you can be and helping you to reach standards that you never reached. I just feel like that's what I do the most. Like, I might not be the fastest, the strongest, or the most toughest guy, but I am the guy that's gonna help you and push you to be where you want to be in life, because that's important, And I'm the guy that wants to help anybody that needs help. Like, I don't want to just leave a guy and be like, nah, like, I might not have the most money, but opportunities and connections, I can help you with anything that you need, and I'll do my best to put you in the best position. So that's how I want to live my legacy, just be a great person to everybody.
No, it's awesome. That's awesome. And kind of building off that, you talk about how you've impacted the youth so far in your career. Do you see yourself kind of taking that route of maybe being a motivational speaker after football and helping, young athletes that are playing the sport of football or other sports? Where do you kind of see the motivation play into your career and as an individual after football, as you talk about leaving your legacy and really trying to be a good person and helping, empower people to help them do good things?
Most definitely. So I do want to be a coach one day. I'm still deciding what I want to do with my life. Maybe after I'm done professional football, go into coaching and motivate them, like whether it's high school or college, just like try to push them and help them have a better route than I did. Do things better than how I did it when I came to schools, because I don't want them to go through what I went through. Like that's everybody's goal. People, your family's gonna always tell you that they want you to do better in your life, so they're gonna put you in a position where you can at least start somewhere where they wasn't at, and you're gonna have a story that you're gonna tell somebody like, yeah, I was not in this position, but I was doing good. But I want my son or my daughter or the kids that I'm teaching and coaching to just like take the steps better than I did or do better things than I did, like so that they won't have to go through what I went through. So yeah, being a motivational speaker, I did want to grow up being a pastor as well because my grandma is my pastor and I'm a deacon. So I always wanted to preach. I always wanted to motivate people. And I still do that to this day. I do TikTok videos. I preach to people. I go on Instagram sometimes to post quotes. I go on Facebook to post quotes every day. So I'm just going to keep on doing it to somebody tell me to stop it. Nobody has. So.
And even if they do tell you to stop, you're going to keep on going. And I think we can relate so much on that level of motivation because, I live by a lot of quotes of motivation. One of them, feel the fear and do it anyway. Everyone's going to go through that certain fear in their life. But if you can just push through and do it, you're going to see the rewards and reap the benefits after. How has your family and friends and just people around you that you surround yourself, how has that kind of impacted, your career and just how you've shaped yourself as a person so far? How does that support come into play from your family and friends?
It comes really, really big with them because I wouldn't be here without them. There was a lot of times I wanted to give this away and just give it up and move on forward. But it was like, they show me why I need to push. They show me why I need to keep going. There's a lot of opportunities out there. You don't know it, but it's out there. And you just got to keep your head down and just keep grinding because that's what they kept telling me. It was just like, yeah, you got all these opportunities, but one of them is going to be your best opportunity. You're going to have opportunity, but there's always one that's your best. And that's what they push me to do every day is just like, go with the best opportunity first. And then if that doesn't work, go to your next opportunity, go to your next opportunity. And that's what my family kept doing with me was just like, don't be satisfied in the spot that you're. Don't put like the coach said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Try out different baskets, try out new things.
Yeah, I think that's so impactful to the younger generation right now, as everyone sees that you don't have to just go and be in one industry your whole life or go and do that same thing your whole life. You can go and taste other industries and taste different things because that's going to help you figure out what you do like and what you don't like, right? And that's going to give you a clear vision and help you as you go and navigate through life. What are three lessons that you would say you've learned so far that you would pass down to our audience watching and everyone else that looks up to you as an athlete?
Three lessons that I've learned like in my life is number one, be prepared. Always be prepared for anything you do in life. It can be an interview. Be prepared. Make sure you if you're doing an interview for something like on somebody, just make sure like you learn about that person before you do the interview. Like make sure you know what position they play, make sure you know like who they are, or and just in life, just be prepared. Be prepared for the game. Watch film before you play the game. Listen to music. Like be prepared. And then number two is, like I said, time is everything. Like you will realize like, oh, you're gonna say one day like, I ain't had no time. You had time. You just didn't use your time like you're supposed to. You got to use your time and make sure that you use it wisely because it can be gone. Time is like, now I've seen like, as you get older, time goes by fast. You just like, the day went by already. Like, I'm this age, like, yeah, time goes by fast. So if you seeing that time is going fast, you're not using your time wisely. You just gotta like do the best that you can with the time you get. And then third, I'll say to pass it down is just be you. A lot of people don't want to be themselves. And it's like God gave you everything you need. What are you gonna do with it? Are you just gonna waste it and try to find something else to match somebody else's talent? Or are you gonna match up with the talent that God gave you? And trust me, a lot of people are like, I don't have talent, I can't sing, I can't dance, I can. Those are not the only talents in this world. There are so many other talents. You could be the smartest person in your class. You could be you could be the fastest person of thinking things. There's so many talents that you could learn. And for you to sit there and say you don't have any talents, that's just being dissatisfied with who you are. Like, you gotta find who you are in your heart because it's in there somewhere.
I love it. I love it. Very well said. And to rephrase what you've said for those three lessons: one, to be prepared; two, to use your time wisely; and three, to always be you. And I think those are just great lessons that the youth and everyone else looking up to you can take in and use in their own way. Eleasah, I appreciate it. Thank you for being on the Burst podcast, the next generation of superstars. Everybody, go and follow Eleasah on all social media platforms and look out for his success coming further down the road into 2023. So we're appreciative to have you on the show, and we appreciate everything you've spoken to us so far.
Thank you so much. God bless.